Makes a boat they call the 2200 Pure Bay, and we thought we'd seen it before, but nothing like this model that they brought us today. You know, the first time I saw a poling platform, I thought, man, that thing really looks weird, and then here comes the power poles. That thing really looks weird. Now you look at this riser design, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna say that looks weird too, but wow, the function of the riser is phenomenal.
Well, you know, it started out in Texas, I think, with Sierra Madre and being able to get up and see across those big flats. It's gonna be everywhere. The minute I saw that boat, I thought, that's kind of goofy. The minute I rode on it and looked down from up on the rise, it makes a lot of sense.
That extra height lets you see so much better into the water, it's really hard to compare to anything that has a console down inside the cockpit.
We've talked about it forever, and here's how we'll show it. Every time you come off of that deck a few inches, boy, it increases your visibility so much as to how far you can see and how far down in the water you can see.
Well, the 2200 Pure Bay has a very, very stable hull. And even with that riser giving you the extra height, the boat still, it's secure. You don't have the feeling that you're gonna fall out of the boat.
Oh, I really like it. Let's step aboard and look at some of the stuff that makes it stand out. Whole front area makes sense, Dave. Recessed casting platform with an easy step up, insulated, insulated, insulated. They all drain overboard. Perfect rod rack on this system, very good use of space.
Another thing I like about this riser design is we've seen a lot of the bay boats that have the flip-up stern seats. But what they did is Blue Wave took that same design and moved it on the front seat of the console. This is really unique. You can stand on it, you can use it as a little casting platform, but when you flip it up, you've got that same comfortable seat that we've always seen in the rear decks.
Now let's step back and show the stuff I really liked about this.
Once you get up on top of this riser, this elevated position lets you see so much better.
Dave, look at the mullet flying by us that we never saw standing on the deck. How much further you can see, how much deeper. Hey, hold on a minute. Hey, one of you guys down there, would you bring me up a sandwich, please? I feel like I'm on my fly bridge. This is cool.
Well, this riser, it's all hollow underneath too. So think about the amount of storage you pick up on this boat where you can put your PFDs, extra batteries, battery charger, whatever. That's not gonna be subfloor. It's kept dry, but it's easy to get to.
Yeah, and check these seats out. They pivot around, they face backwards, they slide out to the edge. This is a step. I'm gonna tell you, we talk about evolution. This is a step all into itself.
Well, it's new here in Florida. There's no doubt about that. And I know a lot of the Florida guys are gonna look at this boat and go, man, what is that? But you go to Texas, and this is the rage. A lot of the boats there are running these risers, and it's for the same reason. They fish a lot of shallow water. In Texas, it's really funny. People spend a lot of money so they can take a boat and get out and wade.
Listen,
that's what they do.
I understand that, and all that makes sense, but I'm an offshore troller. If I'm gonna go to a boat this big or bigger, I love to be able to look down on my troll baits, see a fish coming to them.
All right, the console's a great design. This is actually the same console they use in just the standard 2200 bay that's normally mounted down on the floor. I'm glad they didn't change that because the ergonomics of it, everything's where it belongs. But when you add this riser and you get this height, the console fits perfect. They even made a little area in the back where you can have a Yeti cooler that stashes underneath these seats so you can get to. Overall, I love the design of this boat.
Right, and then it's still got the Lido deck, if you will. It's still got the rear casting platform. No, I love the design. The height makes it a boat all into its own. Different classification of bay boats than we've seen before.
Well, before we get too far away from this rear casting deck, there is something else I want to show you back here on the rear casting deck. Okay, we've talked about the features that are incorporated in this rear deck on a lot of boats. It's got the flip-up stern seats, it's got the great access to the systems, but this release well that's in the center, the thing I love about it and it stands out, and I haven't seen it on any other boat, is that huge drain right in the center.
Okay, what's the function for it? I mean, if you pull it, are your car keys going down the toilet?
If you pull it, your car keys, your cell phone, your wallet, anything in there is gone. What I love about it is those last two baits at the end of the day, you want to let them go. You don't have to chase them around. Just pull it, they're going out. Gone. You put a big redfish in there and a crab comes out of his mouth or whatever and it's floating around. Just pull it, it almost cleans itself. I love it. Just don't leave any of the little fish that you catch in there because if you do, they're gone.
But they won't stay in there if you pull the plug out. You also got to think about a weigh-in. You pull into a weigh-in line, pull that plug, that redfish is a whole lot easier to catch now.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it may look a little weird to people at first, but if they get on this boat and they experience this riser and the way this boat rides, this 2200 Pure Bay is absolutely fantastic.